Nothing like a challenge. Okay, so I am a huge fan of tortured metaphors. And I think that the theme this month is a very, very good one for tortured metaphors, especially about sourdough. So I am not someone with tremendous experience about sourdough, so please forgive any places where the extent to which I torture this metaphor goes awry from the metaphor that it's supposed to be. Okay? So, and awry was not unintentional. My story is a story about building a business, but not just any business, a business that is actually going to serve you and be something that you want in your life, that has the good work-life balance and you actually enjoy what you're doing with your time, and we're going to call that delicious sourdough. Okay? So in order to make delicious sourdough, you have to start with a starter if you're lucky. If you're not, you just have to put flour and water together and leave it open to the air, and hopefully something will start to happen. Okay? So my story starts in October a few years ago when I was laid off from a social media consulting firm in Boston. It wasn't a total surprise. I was not exactly happy there. There was some unrest, and it just sort of made sense. So it wasn't a big shock, but I was not exactly prepared for it either. So I got myself on unemployment and put applications out 9 ways from Sunday as quick as I could. And a couple of weeks later, had heard nothing. Not one phone call, not one bite, no interest, no interviews, nothing. So I have a personal philosophy: when things aren't working right or when you're not satisfied with the way something is going, it's because you aren't playing a big enough game. So you got to play a bigger game, and then the thing that you were stressed out about is nothing. It's a non-issue, right? So that's kind of how I decided to get myself into a thing called 80 till 30. So here's the game. I need to make money to pay rent. Big problem. Bigger problem, I want to be debt-free by my 30th birthday. Woo! I have $60,000 in student loan debt, and there are 80 weeks until I turn 30. Okay, that's a big game, that's good. So, 80 till 30.blogspot.com. Here's the rules. I start up a blog, and every week I have to post a video on my progress, or lack thereof. No hiding, no secrets, it's all out there for whoever chooses to look at it. Now, I had no illusions that anyone would possibly think this was interesting, except for me, but it was a good public accountability, and I hate looking bad, so that was a great thing for me. So, week 1, post the intro video, lay out those rules. Week 2, start strategizing about how it is exactly that I'm going to pay off all of my student loan debt, which is $875 per week for 80 weeks. That's on top of money for rent, food, etc. $875 just to the student loans, okay? That's the game. So, think about it. I thought about going back to some of my old work, which was as a server at the Olive Garden. Decided against that pretty fast. I started posting a whole bunch of stuff on Craigslist. I in college, was known as the king of the idiot sports. So I used to be a clown. I can balloon animal make. I can juggle. I've got a little bit of magic tricks, but that doesn't pay all that well, and kids get rough, so it's not a great idea. I posted a thing about ballroom dance. I'm actually an intro to ballroom dance instructor as well. No bites on that either. I thought about doing English language tutoring. Nobody wanted that, or at least not on Craigslist. So then I started to think about, what else can I do here? It came to, well, social media is what I've kind of been doing, so maybe I should post some ads for that. And I did get a little interest there. So, okay, that works out. So week 3, new opportunity, I learned about sleep studies. 14 days in a climate-controlled, light-controlled room. You have no idea what time it is. They turn on the lights, they turn off the lights, they feed you, they don't. And they see what you do. And it's like $3,000. So my fiance wasn't all excited about that, but I was excited until I found out that you actually have for the entire time to wear a rectal thermometer. Maybe not. So, moving on. Week 6, I get a really cool opportunity to dig foundation holes for a friend of mine who's doing an expansion on the house. So I've never done anything like that before. So I'm like, sure, why not? This would be great. So I go to out to Concord, Massachusetts in January and try and dig through 6 inches of frozen ground to do these foundation holes. That was over about a week later, and I never went back to that. So I can't believe it's 5 minutes already. So doing it quickly, week 14. Some friends of mine call and ask me to be their social media person for their iPad case company, Happy Owl Studio. Very good cases, you should check them out. And that actually pays enough for me to get off of unemployment and be fine. Paying rent, making, buying groceries, no problem. So there it is. 14 weeks into the 80-week game, the original problem is solved. And I've got a great job. I work from home. I don't have to get dressed if I don't want to. And it's great. I can do kind of whatever I want, which is nice. So right there I did consider just quitting the game. But in those 14 weeks, I've had a whole lot of people comment on the blog. People are starting to give me crap if I'm late in posting a weekly video. People are watching. It's crazy. So I keep posting, and in week 23, a friend of mine in Washington cuts a trailer together of all of my videos and submits it to a reality TV show. They didn't bite, but the trailer's epic. I think it's going to be on the Facebook page here. So I keep going. Week 27, I'm $10,000 behind. So I'm making payments, but it's not going well. Week 56, we're going to fast forward. We have now moved to Alaska. I met Mr. Vic Fisher, who you're going to all hear from in a little bit later tonight, and he helped to connect me. So things are moving, but not fast, and then disaster strikes. I have a disagreement with one of my major organs. Doesn't go well. Pancreatitis from a little bit too much whiskey one night, and I'm in the hospital and can't do anything. And it's a really great time to pause and take a look at what's going on. So I figure, why isn't this working? What is it that I can offer that I'm not offering just yet? And I think, it's been in front of my face the whole time. It's video. I've been making these videos every week. It's what I like to do. It's what I want to do. Why don't I just do that? So I start offering that, and boom, in the next 6 weeks, the Inn at Turn Lake, thank you, Willow, is here. They hire me to do a big thing. Planned Parenthood, thank you, Caitlin, and they hire me to do a whole thing. We've also got the Kobuk, new website up today, thank you, Nina. It also hires me to do a whole thing, and they're just a few of the many people who did it. Where is my game? Well, this is week 76. 100 student loan debt total for the United States has exceeded $1 trillion. 36,000 of that is mine. I got 4 weeks and I'm still playing hard. So if anybody here is interested in some social media work, I will be around at any time.